Gina, welcome back to my channel. Today is part 2 of my fall haul, y'all. Very excited. A lot of these are signed copies. Maybe about half of them and then the other half aren't. And it's pretty much just everything that I've gotten since September till Thanksgiving, because I'm doing my Black Friday haul in a separate video. All the hauls. I warned y'all. Okay, I'm gonna stop rhyming now. So I'm getting right into the books. Again, just like with my autographed author event ones, I'm not gonna go into any big explanations because half of them I probably don't even know what it's about anyway. But let's just jump right into it. The first 2 books that I have are volumes 1 and 2 of Welcome to Night Vale, the podcast. It is the transcripts of the podcasts. And okay, so I guess this one is Mostly Void, Partially Stars, Welcome to Night Vale's episodes, volume 1. And this one is the Great Glowing Coils, the Great Glowing Coils of the Universe, which is episodes, volume 2. My gosh, I'm so excited to have these. I wanted to read through these in October and then I didn't, which I'm not caught up with the podcast. But just like my other Welcome to Night Vale book, it is signed by both Jeffrey Cranor and Joseph Fink. They both are, so that's exciting that I have them signed. And there's also bonus content in here with extra like behind the scenes things and then some drawings, and it's very exciting and I cannot wait to read through them because the podcast is amazing. The next one that I have is Anna Kendrick's Scrappy Little Nobody. I pre-ordered this signed off of Books A Million. There it goes. It's a red signature. I do have a complaint about this. The dust jacket is like super fragile almost. I have ripped the back of the dust jacket. I was just picking it up and it split like butter. It was very sad. But the naked hardcover is just white and also has her signature on the hardcover. The end pages, however, are really adorable. I have already read this. I ended up listening to the audiobook because the audiobook came on overdrive. Like I had started physically reading it and got like a chapter and a half in, and then the audiobook came to me on overdrive. So I was like, all right, cool, just listen to the audiobook. It is pretty good. Not my favorite memoir, celebrity memoir, but it is pretty good and it was fun listening to her read it. The next book I got is the 5th book in the Land of Stories by Chris Colfer, the author's Odyssey. It is signed because I have every one of these signed. We were going to go to his event, but it was a pre-signed book and you had to pay like more than what the book was for the event. And I don't even think you got to meet him this time. Like, I don't know, they were doing it really weird and it was like really confusing, but the way they made it sound was you're gonna come to the event and like 1 or 2 people are gonna be lucky enough to win this drawing where you can meet Chris Colfer, and that all the books are gonna be pre-signed. No thanks. Like, there wasn't even a photo op. Like, typically if it's a pre-signed book, there's a photo op. There wasn't even that, so we decided to save our money and not go, but I did end up getting it because I have the other 4 right over there. Yeah. Look, I have not read this yet. I'm actually waiting for the audiobook because I've listened to the rest of them on audiobook, but I do have them all signed. And the last of my signed books from this haul is the 25th book in the Anita Blake series, Crimson Death by Laurel K. Hamilton. I don't have the dust jacket on it because I'm kind of currently reading this. I was very excited. The end pages are really creepy and cool. I was excited to get this and read it because it's an Edward book, and it's been a while since we had an Edward book, and I'm hoping it's an Olaf book. And like Anita and the crew go to Ireland. So pretty excited to read this one. It actually just became available to me on overdrive, so I might switch to the audiobook. I don't know, we'll see. Not really going into much else because it is the 25th book in the series, but I'm pretty excited to have it, and it's signed. Like, most of the ones that I have at the end of this series are signed. And the rest of the books I have are not signed. They're just books that I picked up along the way. The first one being You Go Bernadette by Maria Semple. Read this on audiobook, loved it. The book was like $5 at Books A Million. We were actually going to go to her event for Today Will Be Different. Ended up not going because we went to go see La La Land instead, like a pre-screening of La La Land. Didn't end up getting either of these signed. So yeah, but the friend that I went with to go see La La Land, because it was his tickets, did get a signed copy of Today Will Be Different, and we're actually going to swap copies. So I'm actually wrapping this up for him for Christmas, and he's wrapping up the signed one for me for Christmas, and we're gonna swap because he doesn't care about having the signed copy, and I was the one that wanted to go to her event in the first place. So kind of as a trade-off of skipping the event to go see the movie, we're trading books. The next book that I have, I got a while ago, and that is Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Riggs. This is all of the Peculiar stories and short stories in his Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. I have not read through this yet because I have not finished the series yet, but it's gorgeous. It has the little clock on it, and I really love this book. I actually had a chance of getting a signed copy of this at Barnes & Noble during their Black Friday sale, but I didn't because I already have it. I resisted. The next book I have, I bought because it was my In Real Life Book Club's book of the month, like our first book of the month back in September, October. It was October, the October book, and that is Boy's Life by Robert McCammon. I started reading it. It's very interesting. I'm intrigued. I couldn't tell you what it's about, like, at all. Oh, okay, just lost my bookmark. I started reading it, didn't finish it, ended up not going to the book club meeting, still have yet to finish it. I'll get there someday. Next book I have is the second book in the Magnus Chase series by Rick Riordan, The Hammer of Thor. I got this at Target, Walmart, Barnes & Noble. I got this somewhere. I could have gotten a signed copy of this at Barnes & Noble on Black Friday, just like Tales of the Peculiar, but since I already had it, I didn't. I resisted. It did, however, come with a bookmark that has Thor on one side and Loki on the other. I don't know where I put it. It's in a book somewhere, I think. I think it was in Crimson Death, and now it's, I don't know. It's somewhere around here. Alright, I lied. I remembered where I put it. It's actually in Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pie. So it did come with this bookmark. Are you gonna focus? There it goes. So both sides, it's a bookmark. The next two books I got, I'm super excited for, and that is Sherlock Holmes Volume 3 and 4 in the Lifetime Library collection. I have the first two. I also have Frankenstein and Dracula. Very excited that these came out. Another plan for next year is to actually start reading the Sherlock Holmes stories. I also picked up Gemena by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I'm currently listening to the audiobook of this. I do have the ARC that I got at BookCon. But I needed the hardcover because it's just like the hardcover for Illuminae. It's beautiful and it's awesome. I also needed it for the artwork. Super well done, but I wanted to wait for the audiobook to listen to it because the audiobooks for these are fantastic. Full cast, sound effects, so exciting. I also got this box set of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. They're really pretty. It was like $20. Bargain sale. So here's the first one. They all have deckled edges and the design on the back and a map. The second one, Girl Who Played with Fire. And the third one, Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. So they each have a different design on it with the map of the location. And it also came with this like little tiny book, like all about Stieg Larsson, which comes with a little sketch. So that's very exciting. I did go ahead and get rid of my other copies that I have of these books because I had all the paperbacks. Sold those to half price books because now I have these really pretty fancy editions. Have not read them yet. I've read half of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I've seen all of the original films and they're all amazing. So definitely recommend the original films, not the American version of Girl with the Dragon Tattoo because it sucks. I also picked up Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving story. I don't know where I put it. I read it on Thanksgiving last week and it's not on my bookshelf and it's not in the dining room where I read it. It's not on the couch. I don't know what I did with it. I'll find it eventually. It's gotta be in the house. But I also picked up Joanna Basford's Christmas coloring book, which is fantastic. I've been Instagram storying my coloring with it. I've only colored one page because I've been busy actually buying like Christmas presents and stuff. So hopefully after I get done with my Broken the Booker's Santa present this weekend, I can start coloring again and paper's falling. But this is the one that I've colored, and all of the pictures in it are just really pretty, and I cannot wait to color more. Christmas coloring book is fantastic. The next book that I got is one that I pre-ordered before even seeing the movie, and that is the Fantastic Beasts screenplay. It is much prettier in person than the camera makes it show. And the little niffler, oh my gosh, oh, so cute. Is there anything on the back cover? There's nothing on the back cover. I'm really excited. I'm glad I'm one of the people that loved the movie, because it seems like you either loved the movie or you thought it fell flat. I personally loved it. I want to see it again, and I'm glad that I have the screenplay. And the last book that I have to show you is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the illustrated edition by Jim Kay. Obviously the book is by J.K. Rowling, and it's just, it's so pretty. I'm really loving these illustrated editions, and I'm actually planning on reading through this because Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is currently doing Chamber of Secrets, which I mentioned in my Christmas on the Bookternet video. I've read chapter 1 and I've listened to chapter 1 of their podcast, but I'm kind of glad that I'm behind on the podcast, because then I can like read the book and then get caught up on the podcast maybe. I don't know. It's also Merry Christmas to You, and this is the one that I plan on reading. And that is it for my fall haul, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it's ending just in time because my battery is yelling at me. So I'm going to go charge up the battery, and I'd say start on some of these books, but I gotta finish Christmas presents. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!